Ladies and gentlemen, today we explore a true American classic, the draped bust dollar, a stunning silver coin that follows the rugged flowing hair dollar. Minted from 1795 to 1804, this coin showcases a maturing United States, leaving behind revolutionary wildness, embracing a neoclassical grace and formal ideals of a stable republic. It was more than currency, it was America's formal portrait presented to the world in solid silver. The decision to change the coin design after only 2 years came from a strong desire for greater artistic merit. Many saw the earlier flowing hair design as crude and unrefined. The government aimed for a coin that could aesthetically rival the elegant currencies of Europe. The new draped bust design was deliberately intended to project an image of stability, order, and classical beauty, mirroring the grand architecture rising in the new capital, Washington, D.C. While the coin was officially engraved by the U.S. Mint's Robert Scott, the design itself is widely credited to the era's foremost portraitist, Gilbert Stuart. Stuart famously created the most iconic images of George Washington. Legend suggests Stuart based his sketch of Lady Liberty on a prominent Philadelphia socialite, and Willing Bingham, a woman celebrated for her beauty and intellect. This fascinating story imbues the coin with a touch of high society glamour and a direct connection to the nation's elite. The new obverse design immediately stands out. Lady Liberty's hair no longer flows wildly. Instead, it is gracefully tied back with a ribbon. Her profile appears more composed and more classical. A formal drape or toga is gathered elegantly at her bust line, giving the coin its distinctive name. Early issues proudly displayed 15 stars representing the states of the Union. This quickly increased to 16 stars with Tennessee's admission. However, realizing this was unsustainable, the design was standardized in 1798 to feature a constant 13 stars, honoring the original 13 colonies. The draped bust dollar was produced with two distinct reverse designs. The first, used from 1795 to 1798, is known as the small eagle reverse. It depicts a slender naturalistic eagle perched on a cloud, encircled by a wreath. This design is simple, elegant, and quite similar to the reverse used on the flowing hair dollar. Due to its brief production run and very low mintage numbers, these small eagle dollars are significantly rarer and much more sought after than the later type. In 1798, the reverse underwent a dramatic redesign, becoming far more powerful and authoritative. This new design, termed the heraldic eagle, was directly based on the magnificent Great Seal of the United States. It features a large, majestic eagle with a prominent shield on its chest. The eagle clutches a bundle of arrows in one talon and an olive branch in the other. A banner held in its beak proudly reads, "E pluribus unum." This was America powerfully projecting strength and unity, a bold statement upon the international stage. Like its predecessor, the draped bust dollar was not ordinary pocket change for the average citizen. A dollar represented a substantial sum of money in that era. These coins formed the backbone of large-scale commerce. They were meticulously held in bank reserves and extensively used by merchants for major transactions. Most crucially, they served as America's de facto trade dollar. Vast quantities were shipped overseas, particularly to China and other parts of Asia, to pay for highly prized luxury goods like tea, silk, and exotic spices. Despite its importance, the draped bust dollar suffered from a fatal economic flaw. The U.S. Mint had based its silver content on the famous Spanish milled dollar or piece of 8. However, the draped bust dollar was made slightly heavier. In Asia, nonetheless, traders valued all silver dollars equally regardless of their exact weight. This economic loophole meant merchants could trade a U.S. dollar containing more silver for a Spanish dollar, and then sell the Spanish dollar, making a small but consistent profit on the difference. This practice led to a constant draining of the United States' own silver coinage almost as quickly as it could be minted. This continuous melting and exporting of valuable U.S. dollars became a severe problem for the young nation. The mint tirelessly produced coins only to see its finest silver disappear overseas. In direct response, President Thomas Jefferson officially halted the production of silver dollars in 1806. This order was even made retroactive. The last year this series was actually struck for circulation was 1803, making it the final issue of this series that the general public would have ever genuinely used. Here the story takes a legendary turn. Despite circulation production ceasing with coins dated 1803, the most famous American coin of all is the 1804 draped bust dollar. Revered as the king of American coins, not a single one was actually struck in the year 1804. These legendary coins were first minted much later, in 1834. They were created specifically as exquisite diplomatic gifts intended for presentation to powerful Asian monarchs, such as the King of Siam and the Sultan of Muscat during an important trade mission. The narrative surrounding the 1804 dollar is so intricate that numismatists categorized the 15 known specimens into 3 distinct classes. Class 1, these are the originals precisely struck in the 1830s for those initial diplomatic sets. Class 2 and Class 3, these represent later restrikes. They were clandestinely made by mint employees for private collectors during the 1850s and 1860s. Each of these 15 coins is a celebrated multi-million-dollar rarity, possessing a unique and thoroughly documented history. For serious collectors who cannot possibly afford the 7-figure price tag of an 1804 king, the 1803 draped bust dollar holds immense significance. It truly represents the authentic end of this historic series, as it was originally intended. Being the last coin of its kind to be released into general circulation before President Jefferson's order, it is a historically significant and a highly desirable date for numismatists striving to build a comprehensive representative collection. The rarity of the small eagle reverse type makes these coins incredibly valuable. A low-grade, heavily worn, but identifiable example typically costs between $3,000 and $7,000. In a pleasing mid-grade condition, values dramatically jump to $15,000 to $50,000. High-grade uncirculated specimens are 6-figure rarities that are very seldom offered for public sale. The heraldic eagle dollars are generally a more accessible entry point into collecting this magnificent series. In a low-grade circulated condition, they can often be found for $1,500 to $3,000. Mid-grade examples typically trade in the $5,000 to $15,000 range. Beautiful uncirculated specimens, however, are still major rarities, easily commanding $50,000 and up. The value of an 1804 draped bust dollar is simply astronomical. They are the very fabric of numismatic legend. Whenever one of the 15 known examples comes to auction, the world's wealthiest collectors compete ferociously. Prices consistently fall within the staggering $3 million to $10 million range. This value depends crucially on the specific coin's condition and its documented provenance, securing its indisputable place as one of the most valuable coins on earth. The draped bust dollar tells a profound story of America finding its rightful place in the world. It elegantly bridges the gap between the raw promise of the Revolution and the established confidence of a new century. It is a coin born of high art, used in critical global trade, and forever anchored by one of the greatest legends in all of numismatics. It stands as a timeless symbol of a nation's burgeoning ambition, beautifully engraved in solid silver for all time. This coin is more than just metal. It is a whisper from history, a tangible link to America's bold beginnings, and its journey to greatness, a journey you can hold in your hand.